How's it going, gamers? Chongo here with another video for you guys, and today it's The Walking Dead First Impressions. The game's made by Telltale Games, and obviously if you've seen the TV show or read the comics, this is based off those, but it's not basing off like Rick, it's actually off another guy called Lee. So anyway, let's just get into the first impressions. So you start off as a man called Lee, and he's in a cop car on his way to prison. And you may or may not have killed a man. It depends on which story you choose, I suppose, if you want to believe that you did or if you want to believe you were wrongly convicted or whatever happens. And yeah, basically the zombie apocalypse happens during this, and yeah, then you've got to make your way out of this, car and all that kind of stuff. And early on in the game, you meet a young girl by the name of Clementine. She's 8 years old, and she's all alone, and her parents are nowhere, so pretty much you've got to look after her, and yeah. So it's quite a different sort of a game, because usually when you go to play a zombie game, you automatically just grab something and start hacking into zombies. Although there is this in this game, it's more about the interaction with other characters and just survival. So yeah, you're not going to hop in this game and grab a gun and just start running around shooting zombies, or grab an axe and run around stabbing them. There will be those bits in it, but it's not going to be as much as like Left 4 Dead or Dead Rising or something. This is more about the storyline. Also, in the first episode, you'll run into a couple of people from either the TV show or comics, whichever ones you read or watch, and these people are Glenn, and you sort of, I don't think you are going to see him anymore after this episode, and yeah, but you get to meet a couple of people, and yeah, it sort of continues on, but I don't know in future episodes if you're actually going to meet any of the people from the group on the TV show at the moment or not. But yeah, we'll see how that goes in future episodes. There's 5 of these episodes, and I think they usually release them quite recently within each other. It might be a month, it might be a couple of weeks, so I'm not really sure. They haven't announced that yet. Now, as I said before, this game's not really action-orientated, it's more about the storyline, and also this game sort of takes a choices approach. So each time someone goes to ask you something, you have like 3 or 4 options, and yeah, so you can get to choose how you'd choose, or you can just go good or bad or whatever you want to do. But it's at the very beginning of the game, you get a choice of 2 options. One which tells you basically if you lie to someone that they're going to know about it and all that kind of stuff, or one that doesn't tell you anything. And I chose that one because for me, when I'm playing a story, I don't really want to know if someone's going to know down the track that I was lying to them or whatnot. I'd rather just play the game as I want to and then see how it unfolds. So yeah, it's really cool in the way that, yeah, you've got all these kind of choices, and also you actually get a choice to save someone or let someone die and all that kind of stuff as well. So it's quite an interesting game about survival, and you have to sort of choose which person you'd rather live for survival tactics, or yeah. However, if you choose the option that I did, that you don't get told much, you may wish to go into the settings and turn off, I think it will turn on, the option to see if you're close to something, that whether you can interact with it or not, because sometimes you can not actually sure what you have to interact with to get the story to continue on, because there's moments where you're just walking around talking to people, and yeah, I just turn that on just so it's a little bit easier to find where you have to go and who you have to talk to. And also, when you go to talk to someone, you have like different options. Either you can see them, or you can chat with them, or give them like a food bar or something like that. So yeah, you do that by scrolling on your mouse if you're on the PC, and I think if you're on everything else, it'll just be buttons and all that kind of stuff. So if you like the Walking Dead TV show or comics, and how it's not completely action-based, more on like the interaction with survivors and survival and all that kind of stuff, you will probably like this game. But as I've said before, don't go in there thinking you're going to grab a gun and just shoot zombies. It's mainly about survival and interacting and choices and all that kind of stuff. It costs about $5 per episode, and there's going to be 5 of them. On PC, Mac, and PlayStation, you can actually buy 5 episodes in a bundle for around $20-something, but on Xbox you have to buy them individually. And the first episode takes about 2 hours to complete, so yeah, for $5 I think it's worth a 2-hour thing, and if you can buy 5 episodes of it for like $20-something, I think that's worth it, because it is very good. And yeah, if you like the storyline, like in the TV show and the comics, you'll definitely like this game. Also, just a quick note to anyone who's Australian or New Zealander, Telltale's actually said that they're not going to release it on PlayStation Network or Xbox Live for Australian and New Zealand users, because the ratings over here are too strict, which to me seems kind of weird why they wouldn't give it to people in New Zealand, since they're not as strict as Australia. So yeah, if you're going to purchase it, you're going to have to buy it through Steam or on the PC. You can still get them that way though, so yeah. And it shouldn't be too bad either, because I don't think the specs are too high to run this game, so yeah, you should be alright if you want to get it on PC. So this sort of brings me to the end of my first impressions. If you liked it, give it a like. If you've got any comments about the actual video itself, or if you're going to buy the Walking Dead game, please leave them below. And subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. See you guys next time.